Welcome back to my spooky channel, everyone, and welcome back to another unboxing video. So, today I'm going to be doing the unboxing video of the Nintendo Switch Lite. So this is another unboxing video on my spooky channel, where everything I do on my channel is spooky. So before I get to the Switch Lite, which this was a continued story from my trip to get every single Switch model until the Switch 2, which was a huge success. I have a few accessories that I want to show, because remember, on this channel, it's always spooky. So obviously, if you haven't seen it before, which I'm pretty sure I showed it on my last video of the Switch OLED, I have the Luigi's Mansion 3 Switch Lite case that I got from Amazon a while back. So this I got for, I think, $16 on Amazon at the time. This is just a standard soft case. And as you can see, it's soft on top with the Luigi's Mansion 3 logo and with Luigi right in the middle as he looks super scared. And I kind of wish they kind of added something in the back, but it's just a plain back, but it's not a big deal. And then what they did with the zipper is they added the Luigi's Mansion 3 logo on the zipper. So that's a cool touch right there. So this is a soft Switch Lite case. This is just exclusively for the Switch Lite. So you wouldn't be able to actually fit the original Switch or the Switch OLED in here because it is bigger. So this is exclusively for the Switch Lite. So what a better occasion to have a nice case for the Switch Lite than to advertise Luigi's Mansion 3. Hoping that they would have made a Luigi's Mansion 2 HD one, but haven't seen it. So this is actually the first Luigi's Mansion case that I've actually seen. So I'm going to be using this for my Switch Lite. This is nice and portable, nice and light, perfect for the Switch Lite. And then over here as well, I have grips for the Switch Lite. I got these on Amazon as well. These were like $5, so these were super cheap. It comes with two bats, as you can see, and two little pumpkins. So that's a nice touch there. So I wanted to pick these up. And these are exclusively for, I think, the Switch and the Switch Lite. So I think you could actually use these on the normal Switch. I believe so. So there's that. I also picked up a screen protector, a tempered glass screen protector on Amazon as well. This is a 4-pack tempered glass from Volver. I think this is just the company. And yeah, you got to protect your Switch Lite since you are going to be bringing it out on the go. You got to protect it. So I do recommend getting a screen protector as well. So I am going to be applying that as well. Maybe on this video. So that's that. And I am also going to be continuing to play Luigi's Mansion 2 HD on the Switch Lite as well. I know I first showed this on the unboxing of the Switch OLED. I have it downloaded on my OLED right on my shelf. And I also did start it on my original Switch, which is in the other room. So now I'm going to be continuing this game on the Switch Lite as well. And this will be more of a portable play of Luigi's Mansion 2 High Definition, because the other two I'm going to be playing on my TV, obviously. So this is going to be the portable playing on the Switch Lite. So I just got to sign into my Nintendo account, and then I'll be able to play Luigi's Mansion 2 on my Switch Lite, which I would have to do save file 3 on that, because I have file 1 save on the OLED, file 2 on the original Switch, and I'm going to do file 3 on the Switch Lite. So once I sign into my Nintendo account, I'll be able to play Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. And then, last but not least, I also picked up another case. Well, this is more of a outer shell case for the Switch Lite. I'm going to take a look at it right here. I got this on Amazon, and it's this cool Halloween pumpkin cat thing. And I thought it was pretty cool. I got it for, I think, $18. It's a pretty soft case, which I kind of like. I like how it's not a hard case. So it's got like this cool black cat with this pumpkin. Nice Halloween theme, which this is going to be the outer shell that I'm going to put on my Switch Lite because, you know, I want to protect it. If you are going to be bringing it out on the go all the time, it's always good to protect it, you know, from anything. So yeah, this was a cool pickup from Amazon as well. So I am going to be applying this on my Switch Lite, which should take 2 seconds once I unbox it. So yeah, this was a Halloween theme with like a Halloween pumpkin cat, a ghost, a spider web, and it was something that I definitely wanted to have for my Switch Lite. So that's cool as well. And then I also have a wrist strap as well, which you don't really need this for the Switch Lite, but I am going to be actually putting it on as I'm playing it. I don't know, just for the heck of it, not really that big of a deal. And then last but not least, the Nintendo Switch Lite. So, I'm pretty sure that like they're obviously still selling this for Nintendo, which I thought over time that they were going to discontinue it because I kind of felt like nobody was buying the lights at some point, and now and I felt like when the Switch OLED came out, a lot of people really didn't. I felt like a lot of people really weren't going to get the Switch Lite because obviously the Switch OLED has the best screen in handheld mode out of any other Switch. So I kind of felt like people weren't going to go with the lights anymore because the screen isn't as good. But no, they're still selling them because if you actually go in Target, they still sell them in the shelves. I've seen this one the other day. And I think GameStop still sells them as well, which I actually did obviously get this from GameStop. But yeah, no, they're still selling it. I guess Nintendo is still making them. Stores are still selling them. So the Switch Lights are still an option this time around. But I do feel like when the Switch 2 comes out, they might actually not be selling the lights anymore. I mean, I feel like they're still going to sell them, but I feel like Nintendo's not going to make them anymore in massive production. But it is also good to have it. This is obviously brand new. And like I said, I didn't pay anything for this because on my trade credit, I had enough to walk out with an original Switch and a Switch Lite. So this still retails for $200, as you could see on the price tag. GameStop kind of left the price tag on there. So it is still $200. This was the cheapest route for people that didn't want to play it on their TV. If you just wanted to play it in handheld mode, the Switch Lite was that perfect option for you. And it's for people that really didn't want to play on the TV. Because remember, you can't dock the Switch Lite. This is not dockable. There's no way that you can do it. This was just an easier, more portable way for Nintendo to release a product. And I also think that this was more for, people like kids that obviously didn't want to play on the TV and things like that. But the Switch Lite is also good to have as well because if I do not want to play on the TV, I have that option to just play in handheld. So if there's days I just want to play in handheld, the Switch Lite is that perfect option. And also, too, it's also super light than the other one. So this is going to be more portable to carry over the OLED and the original Switch, which have the removable Joy-Cons. But I did get the blue one. Obviously, they had a used one for I think 160, but I'm like that's not even worth it. I'd rather just get a new one for the price. So they had the blue one, they had the coral, and I think they had a Zelda one, but I didn't want coral pink. So I obviously wanted the blue one. Now, when the Switch Lite came out back in 2019, I believe they had the yellow one, the gray one, the turquoise, and the uh, Pokemon one. And officially, they discontinued the gray one. I feel like gray would have been the option for me because I do like my handhelds in darker color, but they haven't had the gray one in years. I think Nintendo discontinued it completely. I don't know why they did. Maybe the gray one wasn't selling that great back in 2019. I know the turquoise one was a very popular color. And then they also discontinued the yellow one, I believe, as well. So yellow and gray you can no longer find in the Switch Lite colors, which I haven't even came across the yellow one, even strolling through the stores. The only ones I've actually seen the most is the blue and the coral. So it seems like these are the only two colors that they're pushing the most for the Switch Lite. But like I said, the gray one would have been a perfect option if they still sold it. But like I said, this is the darkest color out of the Switch Lite, out of all of them, without the gray. And like I said, I didn't want coral pink. I never liked the yellow, which they don't make the yellow anymore. And obviously, I didn't want the Zelda one because I don't like special edition consoles. I just like them standard. And like I said, I like the handheld consoles in dark color because, over time, it will get, dirty over time. So I feel like this is the darkest color out of all of them. But yeah, this color was released in 2021, I believe. This was the newest color to the Switch Lite edition, and then Coral came out, I think, maybe a year before or a month before. And then they never really actually made any other colors. I feel like blue was the very last color that they made with the Switch Lite. And then, like I said, they made a Zelda special edition. But I feel like this was the actual last color that Nintendo came out with. I'm kind of surprised because I would think over time Nintendo would keep making new colors of the Switch Lite. But they kind of didn't. They kind of just said, hey, this is it and that's it. And I remember when this was available for pre-order at the time, and I didn't get it obviously because I'm like I might get it over time. But yeah, I mean it is blue, but from looking at the box, it kind of looks like a purplish, if you could see it, like that GameCube indigo purple, which a lot of people were kind of skeptic about this when it first came out because a lot of people said I gotta get it because it reminds me of my indigo GameCube back in the day. So yeah, as you look at the box, it does look like it's more of like an indigo purple, even though it's stating on the box that it is blue. But we'll see what it looks like in person. And I do also plan on keeping this box as well. Obviously, this box is in really perfect condition, obviously. And it does say new for $199.99, Nintendo Switch Lite in blue. And let's take a look at the box. So on the box, you see some person holding up the light, showing you what it looks like. Then on the side, it says Nintendo Switch Lite, and the person playing it in handheld mode. And then on the side over here, it shows another picture of it holding it from the back, so you can see the back of the console. And then in the back of the box, it just shows you the person holding it from showing me full view of the back of the console. And then on the bottom, it does say Nintendo Switch Lite in these purplish colors because it is blue. And then in the back, it does say it is blue. I'm still fencing that it's purple, but according to Nintendo, they're claiming that this is blue. So we are going to take a look at it and open it up. So it's a pretty straightforward packaging. Like I said, this is the Switch Lite, so there's really not much to it. Then if you actually look in the back, there's like a number 1 on it. So it looks like this could be the first one that they got in maybe. And they put a quantity on the bottom of the box. And then if you actually look on the bottom, you do have your serial number. And it does say, games that support handheld mode can be played on Nintendo Switch Lite. Does not support TV mode, HD Rumble, or IR motion camera functionality. And then it does say it comes with the Nintendo Switch Lite system and an AC adapter. So it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, you can dock it. So that's pretty much all that's inside the box. So let's take a look at the Switch Lite. Super excited to add it to having it before the Switch 2. Like I said, I'm super excited for the Switch 2. I should be having a fun time with this until Switch 2 comes out. Like I said, I'm only going to use this for portability and maybe just a little bit, around the house. But other than that, it's good to have a Switch Lite, honestly. Like I said, if I had to choose between the color, I would obviously choose the gray one, but obviously they don't make the gray one anymore. I don't know why they ever discontinued it. So the blue, like I said, if I had to choose between gray or blue, I would choose the gray, but they don't have the gray anymore, so blue is the only option. So let's unbox it here. So there's a flap up top. Take a look at it right here. Now this came out back in 2019 for $200. People were able to pre-order it. And then over here, as you open it up, it says there's a quick startup guide, getting started, plug it in. AC adapter and power outlet configurations may vary outside of USA, and it does say set it up. See the Nintendo Switch Lite system into sleep mode or wake it up by pressing the power button. So it does show you how to do that, which is kind of self-explanatory. But like I said, if this is your first Switch, you don't know exactly what you're doing. So as you open it up right here, like I said, this is what you get inside of it. So we're going to pull this out for just a minute and take a look at the Switch Lite. So it should be an easy setup. You just got to sign in with your Nintendo account, and you should be set to go. And that's pretty much all inside the box right there. Like I said, pretty straightforward. And then here is the actual Switch Lite itself. And I'm already looking at it, and from this angle, it's looking like it's like a darkish purple. More of like a midnight purple, if you're actually looking at it. Which I feel like they should have called this a midnight purple instead of blue, because that's what I'm getting at by looking at it. But according to Nintendo, it's blue. I don't know, but we'll find out in my personal opinion. So as we flip this up, put the Switch Lite to the side for just a second and see what else we get inside the box. So we do get a quick startup guide, as expected, with a Nintendo product. So here's here's the Nintendo Switch startup guide, which we don't need, obviously, but that's just if you want to read it. Health and safety information there. And then on the bottom, you do have your AC adapter, which is pretty standard to the Nintendo Switch. I have like 3 of these already. I have one sitting on my shelf right there. So I actually don't think I'm actually going to use this one. I could actually use the one that I have over there. So I don't even think I'm even going to even open this. So I'm actually going to leave this inside the wrapper. Because like I said, I have one sitting right there. But yeah, so I'm actually just going to put that back in the box. It's good to have an extra one over time. Over time, like that one breaks or something, and I need an extra one, I'll have a brand new one inside the box. So I'm actually going to leave that one inside the box. But you do get an AC adapter, obviously, to charge it up. And now, let's take a look at the Nintendo Switch Lite, which I kind of open that right just a second. So yeah, like I said, I have another charger for that. It's kind of funny. Imagine Nintendo did not have an AC adapter. That'd be kind of funny. I know with the 3DS back in the day, they were not giving you AC adapters, but they listened and they said, hey, all right, we'll include it. It's not a big deal. It's the same charger as the original Switch, obviously. So really not much going on there. And let's take a look at the Switch Lite. So in this wrapping, as you would see, feels very light in the hands already. Never had the chance to actually hold this in person. I know this system's been out for like 5 years now, but I never really had any, point of picking up the Switch Lite over the years. I think back in 2019, I was going to pre-order it, and then I decided not to do it because I just didn't want it. But now, 5 years later, before Switch 2 comes out, we're unboxing the Switch Lite. So let's take a look at it. And as I'm looking at it right here, I'm pulling it out. Put the plastic back in the box for just a second. Put it to the side. And I feel like as I open this up, I put everything I like to package everything the way I got it inside the box. And now that's how that went. So let's put that to the side for just a second, and let's take a look at the Switch Lite. So as I'm looking at it right now, it does look, I don't know if you guys can notice that on camera, but it does look like it is more of a purplish. I don't know if you could see it from the lighting. I feel like when you have this in the light kind of shines on it, and it makes it more of like a purple indigo. So I am getting that purple indigo out of the look here. As you can see, as it shines in the light, it does look like it is like a light purple, but I guess it just depends on the lighting. If you're not in a lighting room, it probably would more look like blue. But you do have your joystick, your D-pad, and it does feel a lot lighter in the hands, obviously, since this is the Switch Lite. So I'm already seeing a significant difference in the light. As you can see, it is a lot lighter compared to the OLED and the original Switch, which have some heaviness to it. And obviously, these don't have removable Joy-Cons, obviously, so if you do get stick drift, you're kind of out of luck with the Switch Lite because you can't remove the Joy-Cons as you would if you were getting stick drift on the original Switch or OLED, so that's pretty much it. And then in the back, it just says Nintendo Switch. But yeah, I am noticing that it is obviously a lot lighter since this is just strictly a portable system. And it is definitely lighter, so the title does not say it. But as I'm looking at it right now, like I said, this does look more of a indigo purple. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking in it. It's like a deep blue, obviously, is what I'm getting out of it. So it does look like a deep blue. But as you look at it, like I said, as I'm shining it in the light, it's looking more like it's an indigo purple. So I don't know why Nintendo is calling it blue. In my eyes, I'm seeing purple. Or you guys could quote it and say it's burple, half blue and half purple. I know a lot of people were saying that when this first came out. But I'm getting more of a purple at it. But it is a really nice color. I'm glad I ended up going with this blue color. Or purple, should I say. So anyway, without any further ado, I am going to apply the screen protector. I don't normally do it on this video because I'm not really that good at applying this. But I am going to be doing this applying. So try to bear with me now. This is like an applying kit, as you can see. And hopefully I could do this in one shot. I do have some more time on this video, so I figured I actually apply the screen protector. I normally and I did it with my OLED. I applied it with my OLED and I did it in one shot, which was amazing. And then the original Switch, obviously, I bought it pre-owned. It obviously had a screen protector on it already. So I decided that hopefully this time around, I will be able to do this in one shot. So put this to the side for just a second. So it does come with these wipes. So you get a dry wipe and a wet wipe. So this just removes excess dirt on the screen. So when you put the screen protector on, you're not getting dust under the screen. So there is an application set for this, just to put it in perspective. So I am going to be using the wet wipe first, which would be recommended. And then you would use the dry one to dry it up. Now, you don't want to keep it simply wet on it, because then when you apply the screen protector, you're going to get like some wetness on the bottom of the screen. So you want to make sure that when you use the wet one, you want to dry it completely before you apply the screen protector. So here it is right here. Trying to do this as well on camera. So we're just going to give it a nice little wipe here. Just give it a nice little wipe. Like I said, this is fresh out of the box, so the screen was not touched by my hands. And then after that, we will apply the thumbstick grips, which is the easiest process out of this bunch. Like I said, I'm hoping I'll be able to actually apply the screen protector one time. There are 4 of them in here, so if I do mess up, I have 3 other ones. But my goal is to actually try to do this all in one shot. And these things are not easy to do. But I feel like on the Switch Lite, since the screen is super small, I should have no issues. So like I said, I am giving this a little thing here. To the side here. So yeah, I am super excited for the Switch 2. I know a lot of people are. I'm getting ready to just use those Target gift cards already. I mean, it's just sitting in my wallet right now, and I'm getting no information on Switch 2 whatsoever. Target still doesn't have their sign-up pre-order page up yet. I don't know what they're waiting for, but I know other places like GameStop and Best Buy already have theirs up, which I looked. But yeah, I got to get mine from Target because I have the gift card. And again, Nintendo still never announced a release date on it yet, and a price, so we're still waiting on that. So they kind of revealed it with no other information out there as well. Which I feel like they are going to be announcing it in sometime in April, which would be their next Direct, which will be the full reveal of the console and the price of the Switch 2. But they haven't done that yet. And I feel like, yes, they could have had a Direct in February, which I thought they were, but according to a lot of sources that I've been looking at, they are saying that there's a Direct in April. So we will be hearing about Switch 2 in the next 3 months, which is kind of crazy. And just one second. Sorry about that. Apparently my cat wanted to leave the room. So now I'm using the dry one. And now we're just going to gently just dry the screen here. Now before I apply the screen protector, I'm going to check the screen to make sure that there is no dust. Because sometimes with the dry wipe, you will notice that from the dry, it will collect some dust on the bottom. We want to make sure that that's completely gone before you apply the screen protector. I'm not a pro at doing this. Like I said, I don't do this often. I used to be really bad at this, but I feel like I've been doing it a lot more lately, so I've been getting a little bit better at it. All right, so that should be good. I feel like maybe I should have not did the wet. Apply this as well as I possibly can. Try to bear with me here as I try to do this as well as possible. I also did this with the OLED as well, and it worked the first time. Switch Lite, we'll see what happens here. If this video goes a little bit longer as expected, that's fine. Plan on unboxing this and doing this right. So yeah, Target has no information of pre-orders whatsoever. I don't know what they're waiting for. I just want to do a sign-up page just to put me in the queue, so when they are available for pre-order, I get like notified. Haven't even been able to do that yet. Like I said, Target has had nothing on their page whatsoever. I'm sure over time they will. I mean, it's not giving you a release date on when to pre-order it, but it's just a sign-up page just to put your name and email. So when they do go up for pre-order, you will be notified, and you will be able to pre-order it as soon as it drops in the store. But they haven't done that yet. Like I said, Target, I feel like, is late to the party. Never really pre-ordered anything from Target anyway, so I don't really know how it works with them. But yeah, I was trying to do it in the store, but the store has no information about it whatsoever. It's not even in their system. So it's pretty much I'm going to have to order it online on Target's app, redeem the gift card, like put the gift card in there, and then that would be the way that I could pre-order it. So that's pretty much that there. And now, I'm going to use a little bit of the wet wipe here. I'm getting a little bit of... Should be fine. Okay. I think that looks good like that. I feel like the dry wipe is just not good. I feel like the dry wipe is just not really good. I'd rather use the wet one, to be honest. So let's just let that dry for just a second. So like I said, I'm waiting for Target to actually, announce it, like I said, just to put yourself in that queue. I mean, that would be the best option for pre-orders. Like I said, the Switch Lite is going to be in high demand, so a lot of people are going to want to get it because it is considered a next-gen console for Nintendo. So I feel like a lot of people are going to want to get their hands on the Switch too. So it's either you pre-order it or you're pretty much not going to get one. That is the motto. Like I said, especially with Nintendo products, they've always been high demand over the years. And like I said, but there is a thing that I was looking up that they are going to be making more production. So I feel like even if you don't pre-order it, you might end up finding some of it in the store because they're going to be producing more. I don't know how true that is. Usually they say that, and then it's not really true. But they are saying that potentially they're going to be making more. And I know that when the OLED came out back in 2021, it took them, like, I would say, maybe 2 or 3 months, or should I say a month, until they actually started selling them in the store. And I put this box completely wrong. Bear with me here. It would be this way. I forgot even how they did it. But yeah, I did hear rumors that they are going to be producing more, and they are going to try to eliminate the scalpers. That has been another thing, that like they're not trying to let the scalpers get to them this time, where people pre-order it and then the scalpers buy them online and then they no longer have it, or the robots or the bots online end up buying all of them, and then you can't even pre-order it. So they are trying to eliminate the scalpers, which is a good time this time around. So a lot of people could actually get one, which is a finally good idea. Something that they should have done years ago, to be completely honest. And also, too, they are saying that some stores are saying that they want one per customer. So they don't even want people buying like multiple Switch 2s, because then a lot of other people can't get one. So they're trying to stop that as well. So I feel like this time around, the next gen, they're doing it the right way. Hopefully, is what they're saying. But who knows, on release day, scalpers are still going to have a chance to get them anyway. Anyway, here's the tempered glass screen protector. So we are going to pull this off real quick, just like that. Now, what you want to do is you want to line it up on the screen. Like I said, I'm not a professional at this, but you want to line it up on the screen right here. And I feel like I might have done that a little off. I might have done that a little off. I don't know if that's just me there. Actually, I don't think I did. Yeah, there is a little tiny, again, there is an air bubble on the side, which I always hate when this happens, because I want it done perfectly when you apply this. There is a tiny screen protector there. So basically the key to that is you want to just lift up the screen here, and I'm still getting this tiny one on the bottom. I think I might have messed up the first one already, so try to bear with me here. I think I might have did. And I did everything I had to do. That's what I'm saying. I feel like... And when I did the Switch OLED, I did this in one shot. I don't know why, for some reason, I'm struggling on the Switch Lite. I did it literally in one shot. And that, and the case that I had for it, came with one screen protector. And shockingly, I did it right. So this is actually gonna have to be trashed out. There's a mess up there already. We're gonna have to use another one. So bear with me here. I have 3 more. I got an air bubble on the bottom of it, and I feel like that does tend to happen sometimes. I don't know why. You just get that air bubble, and then you try to lift it up and try to get it out, and then the air bubble is just sitting there and it's not going away. So here's another one. Tried to do this right the first time. Apologize about this, but it wasn't going that way. Get this out of the way for just a second. Let me actually get something for just 1 second. I'm going to get a fiber cloth.